Steelers and our home team. Hi, everybody. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Charger club entering play here. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, we're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by a guy who only became a starter relatively late in his career. It's the well-traveled veteran, Josh McCown. Josh McCown comes from a family of quarterbacks. 3 have started in college, and 2 have started games in the NFL. This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his second season, James Conner. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. And a peek now at the offense for Pittsburgh. In the center for Pittsburgh, Marquise Pouncey, one of the most physical and agile players at his position in the league. A 7-time Pro Bowler, 2-time All-Pro. He's a keystone of one of the top offensive lines in the league. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10 is Conner. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 2nd and 11 now. McCown, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. From the gun, it's McCown. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency. Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there. Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 16. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. He's got his man here as Gary Jennings Jr. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first. A first down throw here for Rivers. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly. And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Play fake, Rivers. That's caught by Jennings. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive. Oh, he's slinging it. And
oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Running on first down, Eckler. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Rivers. This is Jennings. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 4 catches now on this drive alone. They can't stop him. It's another first down. Defensively, they better figure something out. Opening drive, he already has 4 catches.
And if you have to figure out how to stop him defensively, that usually means you weaken your defense. That means that now the offense is doing the dictating, and they should have other things open up as well.
Now with the play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready, set, 180. Check tight, check tight, check tight.
Melvin Gordon, the 2-time Pro Bowler, trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Set, block 15. 50 to Mike, 50 to Mike. It's a swerve ball. Check 90. Wait, 80 high.
So on 3rd and goal, Gordon. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now McCown. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. McCown going to throw. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Rivers. That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. On play action, Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt. Charger football to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Off the play fake here, Rivers. This pass to Jennings, and he makes the catch. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. And Jennings has it. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Downfield offense.
Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. The Chargers were best in the NFL, 7 of 8 on 4th down last year, and they're going here. On 4th down, they snap it to Rivers. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger 1st down. And he's the guy, Mike Williams, that the Chargers took 7th overall a couple of years ago. Battled injuries as a rookie, but in full health last year he caught 43 passes with a knack of really finding the end zone. 10 of those 43 catches went for touchdowns. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They were looking Jennings' way again. That'll bring up 2nd down. Rivers hands off to Eckler. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Set, we're okay, we're okay. Set, 180. Go, go, go. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It's a 5-yard pickup, but spotted a few chain links short of the 1st, so a little bit of decision time here coming up on 4th down. No move to get the offense off the field here. They've converted once, go again and try it once more. And it's complete. Henry. And he's got the 1st as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Rivers now nearly perfect, 9 of 10 in this 1st half. It's 1st and 10. Here's Rivers, and this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a 1st down for L.A. Rivers now. Only one pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Rivers now. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Ryan Switzer, his 1st touchdown on the year. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. A reminder coming up tomorrow night, Monday Night Football. It's the Packers' second home primetime game in 3 weeks as they host their NFC North rivals, the Detroit Lions. Kickoff 8:15 Eastern, 7:15 Central.
Watch the screen! Watch the screen! Let's go! Get it!
On first down, McCown. And that's complete to Jeffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
You go! 60 or. You better be afraid of me! You better be
McCown now on first down. He gets this one to Johnson. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Play action. Now McCown. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Sack, baby! Sack, baby!
How about that one? The so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
On third and long, it's McCown. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
The Charger drive about to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really didn't clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Rivers completes it to Jennings. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Now, those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. They go play action. Rivers. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one, and a Charger first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. And the pressure gets to him again. Cameron Hayward attacking off the edge that time. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack. Rivers to throw it. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
McCown incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. It got his man complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Shotgun here for McCown. It's brought in by Jeffrey. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Johnson's got it complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. McCown now, 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. McCown, and the catch made by Johnson. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't
they? When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see. McCown going to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge. So we reach halftime here in a tip. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rivers. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a 1st down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. Javon Hargrave there on the stop. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do in that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Play action now. Rivers. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. T.J. Watt able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
You're an 80. 55. Time to go. Night. Watch quick.
1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 2nd touchdown on the season. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's McCown. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Working from the gun, McCown. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A gain of 32 that time.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Chargers' 39-yard line.
And a play fake. McCown. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now McCown. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to face a third down. From the gun on third, McCown. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
Here we go. 18 Gator. Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo!
McCown looking to throw. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. He's got the tight end, Vanette. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
They come out here in the I. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Now McCown. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line.
When you're this close to the goal line, you've got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. To throw is McCown. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And Boswell's kick is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. Boswell signed to a 4-year deal prior to last season, but he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
Needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract.
So here are the Chargers to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They started on the ground with Eckler, and he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Rivers, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Off the play fake here, Rivers. And Jennings has it. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the 4th quarter. They go play action here on 1st down. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a 1st down. Rivers now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Throwing, Rivers. This is Jennings. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
Here we go.
Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. They were looking Jennings. Again, but it's going to be second down. And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not.
Rivers' pass intended for Gary Jennings. Incomplete.
So they went to the booth to see if that was a touchdown, and they have decided it will not be a touchdown. 6 points off the board. To throw on 2nd and 10. Rivers, complete. It's Henry. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The quick slant caught. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Gary Jennings, his 4th touchdown on the year. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
They'll get 4 out of that, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. To throw, it's McCown. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. Stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
McCown throwing there, and it's incomplete. Once more, he was looking for Alshon Jeffrey, and it's 2nd down. McCown incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. The Steelers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Here's McCown to throw, and that's knocked away and incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
They'll run for it with Connor. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. McCown now on 1st down. And that's complete to Jeffrey. The Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards. Alshon Jeffrey so dangerous even when a defender's near him.
He's got such a big body. Ability to run, positions himself well, excellent control, and you're exactly right. Even if people are draped on him, he often comes up with the catch. He really symbolizes what people are looking for in receivers in today's NFL.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety get it. Safety creep.
Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Again, it's McCown. It's brought in by Jeffrey. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an option.
Throwing is McCown on 3rd down. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. They're going to run. Here's Connor. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. So the defensive front holding strong there on 4th and inches.
And how about the battle of big people up front? That turned into a leverage game, didn't it? Defensive linemen, they won it. Lower than the offensive guys, pushed them back, knifed through, and made a great play.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Alshon Jeffrey working his way back out there now to help lead this offense. He's been a load for them to handle defensively, I know that much.
Look at him. He's got 7 catches on the game, and he's starting to shred them a little bit because not only is he catching them, he's picking up good yardage, keeping the chains moving, ball control, you name it. This big guy, what did you say? He's been a load for them to handle?
That's right.
Agreed.
7 catches, as you said, over 100 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. McCown going to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. McCown incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is McCown. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on first is McCown. Washington's got it. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down. On 1st and 10, here's McCown. And he'll hit Jeffrey, complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now they got to get to the line quickly. To throw again on 2nd down. McCown, and able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Throwing again on 2nd down. McCown, and it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Vance McDonald, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And despite the good footwork, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Check 50. Check 50. Check.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. To throw, Rivers. And it's complete. Henry. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it,